Hello everybody, and welcome back to another DM's Guild review. I'm Alex from Slow Your Roll, and I'm going over 5 more free DM's Guild adventures. I do want to say this just in case you're a player. A couple of these stories might be spoiled at the end, and I do that specifically so I can get the story across the best. Because if I reserve the story for spoilers, sometimes I don't always get across the point that I'm trying to make in telling these stories. And that's the fact that it's super fun and you can do it at your table too. I mention this because the next story that we're going to be talking about is a mystery. I think everybody knows there's only one solution to a mystery. So, spoiler warning for if you're going to play this as a player, but for DMs, buckle up because I've got a mystery to tell. Our first adventure today is The Case of the Missing Villagers by Giel Vervuurt. 4 first level characters. In the kingdom's heartland, where the verdant hills kiss the sky, lies the quiet hamlet of Bristleton. A quaint little place is known only to its inhabitants and those few travelers who lose their way. An obscure dot on the map was home to farmers, artisans, and merrymakers alike. But beneath the facade of its serene tranquility, a mystery was unfolding. The villagers, one by one, were vanishing without a trace. It began with the blacksmith, a man as sturdy as the steel he forged. The villagers woke to find his hearth cold and his home empty. Then the miller disappeared, leaving his millstone silent. Panic spread through Bristleton like wildfire, a silent specter claiming them one by one. The village council, terrified and confused, sent word to the kingdom's capital. Their desperate plea reached the ears of the renowned detective, Lady Marwen, a woman whose intellect was as sharp as her emerald eyes. She arrived in Bristleton, shrouded in the golden rays of a settling sun, intrigued by the mysterious cave. Her investigation began with the homes of the disappeared. There were no signs of struggle, no evidence of intrusion. It was as if the villagers had simply vanished into thin air. Her keen eyes, however, caught something that panicked the villagers. A strange symbol etched discreetly onto the doorpost of the missing. A pair of intertwined snakes, a symbol not seen in the region, beckoned towards something sinister. Her pursuit of the strange symbol led her to the outskirts of the village, to a forgotten grove wrapped in an ancient oak tree. There, nestled within the gnarled roots, she found a hidden tunnel, its entrance marked with the same serpentine symbol. Marwen entered the maze-like tunnels while maintaining her unwavering resolve, the faint glow of her lantern flickering off the damp stone walls, casting eerie shadows that danced with her every step. A spectral green glow illuminated a vast chamber where the tunnel ended. There, she discovered a sight that made her heart pound in her chest. The villagers, unconscious but alive, encased in emerald cocoons. A shadowy figure in the center stirred, its face hidden by a serpentine mask. The figure, a rogue sorcerer, sought to drain the villagers' life force to fuel his forbidden magic. Lady Marwen, quick on her feet, engaged the sorcerer in a battle of wits, using her knowledge of arcane lore to disrupt his spellcasting. In the heart of the chamber, a mesmerizing dance of intellect and sorcery ensued. Marwen dodged blasts of arcane energy, countered incantations with logic, and exploited the sorcerer's hubris. In a climactic moment, she shattered the source of his power, a crystal resonating with stolen life forces. With a well-aimed throw of her lantern, the blast knocked the sorcerer off his feet, and the cocooned villagers stirred back to life. By the time they regained consciousness, they had found their savior, Marwen, standing over the unconscious sorcerer, his powers rendered impotent. The villagers returned home, their lives back to normal, but with an added layer of gratitude for Lady Marwen as she left Bristleton under the first light of dawn, her keen eyes set on the horizon, ready for the next enigma that would call her name. So what do you guys think about that one? I decided to try to do it in a little bit of a different way. You can specifically play this with one person, and a lot of D&D adventures are like that too. So when it comes to mystery and intrigue, I think Call of Cthulhu exemplifies this the best. And they have a lot of single adventures that you can go through as well. Rolling right into our next adventure, we're going to be talking about The Hunt for Red December by Hayden Minns, an intermediate level adventure in the heart of a winter wonderland, under the glistening mantle of fresh snow. A band of unlikely heroes embarked on an adventure known as the Hunt for Red December. Their mission, as convoluted as it was grand, involved stealing Santa's sleigh from his secret grotto and ensuring a Christmas morning bereft of joy for children worldwide. An imposing yet strangely cheerful snowman greeted them in the grotto's icy foyer. Its carrot nose gleamed and its coal eyes sparkled with a hint of magic. With a jovial laugh, it sprung to life, challenging our motley crew to a duel. The snowman, surprisingly nimble and wielding a broomstick, was a formidable adversary, but the heroes prevailed. Upon defeating him, they received his magical hat, which offered the wearer increased resilience in battle. Venturing deeper into the grotto, they find themselves in a room echoing with the soft sounds of reindeer hooves against the stone floor. A familiar red-nosed figure led 9 magnificent reindeer as they emerged from the shadows. The leader, his nose glowing like a lighthouse in the dim light, challenged them. "Speak our names, intruder, or feel our wrath." The heroes, armed with Christmas lore, began naming the reindeer, causing each named creature to bow down and lay still in surrender. Those they couldn't name swiftly engaged them in combat, charging with their antlers glistening dangerously. After a fierce battle, the reindeer left standing gifted the party a sack of containing, or just your traditional sack of holding, a magical dagger that enhances their dark vision. Their journey brought them to a room where a sizable carving of a Christmas tree dominated around them. The floor was strewn with finely wrapped presents. The true challenge, however, lay in the towering puzzle. To light up the room, they had to move the carved segments of the Christmas tree to the right trunk above the presents, following the rules of the Tower of Hanoi. As they toiled, they also found presents containing puzzle pieces or, to their surprise, animated toys springing forth to attack. Solving the puzzle, they found another gift, the branches, 2 magical rapiers, able to teleport their wielders. The adventure grew more perilous as they faced the icy winds in the next room. A powerful gust of wind whipped up snow around them, chilling them to their very bones. Across a vast expanse of ice lay Santa's sleigh, the prize they had been yearning for. Only those who followed a hidden, snowflake-shaped path across the room could reach it without freezing solid. After several trials and tribulations, they managed to reach the sleigh, only to find it chained and locked. Their final challenge awaited them in a frosty cave where a white dragon, the guardian of the key to the sleigh, lay slumbering. The soft tones of silent night emanating from a music box kept the beast asleep. As they crept towards the dragon, they had to sing the song aloud, holding their breaths and hearts pounding in their chest. Any misstep would awaken the dragon, leading to a deadly confrontation. Yet, against all odds, they retrieved the key, unlocked the sleigh, and escaped the grotto. Triumphant and weary, they returned the sleigh to the pickup location, their hearts filled with a sense of joy. As the sun set on Christmas Eve, they knew they had ensured a morning of wonder for themselves, their pockets filled with gold and their hearts filled with the thrill of a mission accomplished. So that was kind of nuts. I've never had Santa be the bad guy before, but if you wanted a way to play this adventure, just think about Futurama. Maybe you're fighting that Santa. But if that one was just too off the rails for you, let's talk about our next adventure. We've got A Winter Wonderland by LandmineCat for 7th level adventurers too, in a snowy village nestled in the heart of the mountains. Life was simple yet monotonous for a group of adventurers. Tedious chores and meager tasks consumed their daily lives. The mailman, the hermits, and the adventurers themselves, unaware of their forgotten heroic past. Their existence was as delicate and pure as the snowflakes that blanketed their world. Still, as it was an existence within a bubble, a snow globe. Unbeknownst to them, the creation of a powerful wizard named Elspeth Delestria. One day, while on a routine mail delivery, they discovered an innocuous-looking hatch concealed beneath the thick layers of snow. Curiosity drove them to descend into its depths, where they discovered a winding staircase that snaked far beneath the mountains. The staircase ended in a cozy sitting room, a stark contrast to the icy village above. It was outfitted with a fireplace and coffee table, and plush red armchairs. Though the fireplace was notably absent of firewood, and the coasters were left barren of glasses, the room was an enigma, a contradiction that only fueled their curiosity. Their exploration was punctuated by cryptic signs, one that read, "Thanks for visiting," above a large door, and another sign warning, "Maintenance staff only," above the door from which they entered. Flyers detailing the attractions of the region and a guestbook with blank pages added to the room's character. But the real peculiarity was the illusion of flames triggered by a hidden switch in the fireplace, a harmless enchantment that added a touch of warmth to the room. Moving through the large door, the adventurers ventured down a long, illuminated corridor. Golden archways marked their progress, each a cryptic sentinel that warned of unauthorized access and released a disconcerting beep as they passed. Undeterred, they continued on, each step taking them deeper into the mystery beneath the tranquil village. Their route brought them to a grand room where a stone golem stood watch, its eyes penetrating their souls. Despite the initial shock of the golem's movement, engaging the stone giant in combat, they fought bravely, their skills as warriors shining through, despite their amnesia. In the aftermath of the battle, they discovered a reception counter with a safe bearing the words, "An arcane seal protects this safe." After a successful investigation, they discovered a scrap of paper with the code scribbled on it, and were rewarded with healing potions, healer's kits, and a magical resurrection orb. Beyond the room awaited another corridor, this one marked by arches that triggered a deadly trap, whirling blades that threatened to slice them apart. Yet the adventurers faced the dangers head-on, overcoming the hurdles between them and the truth of their existence. Their journey concluded in a small room housing a portal, the gateway to their past, and the pivotal moment of revelation. The portal transported them to a grand laboratory, and the moment their feet touched the stone floor, memories flooded back. They remember the wizard Elspeth, the woman who stood before them now, their past lives as adventurers, and the spell that had robbed them of their true identities. Elspeth, dressed in long purple robes, her black hair messily to one side, confronted them. They learned the harsh truth. They were her test subjects, trapped in a snow globe dimension against their will. She presented them with two options: return to oblivion or fight for their freedom. The choice was clear. A battle ensued, with the room transforming into a battleground as the wizard used her magic to manipulate the laboratory's objects to her advantage. Brooms swept the floor with a vengeance, attacking the adventurers with surprising ferocity. Candlesticks danced in the air, their flames scorching those who stood in their way. Books, once the vessels of knowledge, flew like deadly missiles from the shelves. Vials of potions on Elspeth's desk launched at them, each bringing its own unique effect: acid, fire, poison, and even a mysterious cosmic essence. The battle was a maelstrom of magic and mayhem, but the adventurers were undeterred, their will to regain their freedom unyielding. With courage, they fought, they dodged, parried, and attacked, each blow bringing them one step closer to their goal. Despite her magical prowess, the wizard was not immune to the consequences of her enchantments. The chaotic energy of the room didn't discriminate between friend and foe, and she found herself the victim of her own spells as much as the adventurers. During this chaos, they spotted a peculiar sight: a snow globe on the wizard's desk, a miniature replica of the village, and beside it a button labeled "Emergency Snow Globe Evacuation Switch." With a daring leap, one of the adventurers managed to press the button, causing the globe's inhabitants, the hermits, the mailman, and disgruntled janitors, to be ejected into the room. The janitor, freed from his eternal duty, broke his broom in half in a fit of exhaustion, while the mailman nonchalantly walked away, whistling a tune. The hermits, however, were left bewildered, their memories still foggy from the extended duration within the snow globe. the adventurers turned their attention back to the battle. With their combined efforts, they overpowered the wizard. The tide of battle turned, and the wizard fell. The battle was over. They had regained their freedom and their memories. With the fall of the wizard, the room fell silent. The magical chaos fading away, the adventurers stood victorious, their bodies bruised but with the spirits unbroken. And the countryside outside Elspeth's tower welcomed them with a warm embrace. So what did you guys think about that one? Have you ever wanted to trap your players in a snow globe? Well, here's your chance. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Barovian Deer Attack by Al Stouffer, a first or second level adventure. A peculiar event unfolded in the shadow realm of Barovia, where the sun rarely shines and fear is a constant companion. The once peaceful deer from the surrounding Slavic woods had turned hostile, besieged the village and its denizens with unprecedented fury. The source of this chaos is a deceitful plot orchestrated by a man, Raguni, driven by his own selfish ambitions. Rescued from the wrath of the deer, Buck, a loyal ally, was now free. However, the revelation of Raguni's treachery left the adventurers with a daunting task. As the village of Barovia trembled under the relentless deer attacks, Buck stood as the town's only defense, diverting the rampaging deer and allowing the adventurers to track down Raguni. The search was not easy. The village was awash with chaos, the deer rampaging through the streets, hindering their pursuit. But with a combination of keen perception, careful investigation, and a dash of luck, the adventurers managed to catch glimpses of their quarry fleeing towards the village's eastern border. Their pursuit led them to a grand stone house standing defiantly on the edge of the village. The house, nestled in a large patch of neatly trimmed grass, radiated an eerie aura, its door emanating the unsettling smell of rotten eggs. The party had a choice: to breach the front door or risk the climb on the roof. Opting for the latter, they mustered the strength and agility, scaling the wall and successfully entering the house through one of the house's turrets. Inside, they discovered a labyrinth of rooms, each within its own unique secrets. The main entrance led to a lobby adorned with a 4-seating lounging area and a desk harboring an unusually small bear. The house seemed normal enough until they stumbled upon the most chilling sight: a boy named Colton, shackled to his bed in one of the bedrooms. Raguni, Colton's grandfather, had kept him there for 2 weeks following a deer attack. They found an empty vial next to his bed, suggesting that Raguni had been sedating the boy to magnify the severity of the attack. An attempt to free Colton was risky but necessary, and it came at a cost. Raguni entered the room after hearing the noise, but instead of entering as a man, he was now a terrifying werewolf, thanks to a strange potion he had consumed. Raguni's trophy room was a testament to his twisted ambition. It sported various armor cloaks and shields from faraway lands, an eerie bottle of dark yellow liquid, and a wide-eyed Raguni holding it. He revealed the truth about his deeds, his incitement of the deer's wrath during a reckless hunt, and his creation of a potion to transform himself into a werewolf, a weapon against deer. The fierce battle ensued, pitting the adventurers against the werewolf Raguni. After a grueling fight, they managed to defeat him. In the aftermath of the battle, they discovered various treasures, including a cloak of billowing, a brain in a jar, and a plushie that radiates faint traces of teleportation magic. Upon leaving Raguni's house, they discovered that the deer, content with Raguni's defeat, had retreated back to the Slavic woods. Buck, although relieved, voiced his concern about the temporary nature of this solution. The deer's wrath remained, as the death of their elder was not forgotten. As they returned to the village, the grateful Clara rewarded them with gold and promise of a night's celebration. As they walked through the now calm village, they saw the ghost. The elder mother of a large doe offered a nod of gratitude, as if to thank them for avenging her death. This sight struck them deeply, a poignant reminder of the balance between humans and nature, disrupted by Raguni's reckless actions. So I really like that one, guys. I'm all about unexpected enemies and really situations that affect the greater environment around you too. So that checked 2 boxes for me, and I hope they check them for you. And next we're going to be moving into our final adventure. That's Bloodsworn of Cormyr by Barry Dore, an adventure for really 1st to even 4th level characters. In the heart of the kingdom of Cormyr, where the valleys are nestled between high mountain peaks, a shadowy menace stirs deep within the earth's bowels. Past winding passages and across treacherous chasms lies the lair of King Thraktu, a former goblin boss now transformed into a creature of terror. The silence of the crypt is broken only by the echoes of a gong struck in warning, a signal of the presence of unwelcome guests. The journey to the crypt is fraught with peril. The southern passage, a narrow, twisting tunnel, serves as the eerie threshold to this realm of the goblin. It leads to a cavern where 4 crypt guards stand, clad in rough-hewn leather and bearing crude shields. They are chilling sights. Their eyes gleam with an unnatural light, reflecting the flickering flame of the torchlight. Their task is clear: protect the crypt and its inhabitants at all costs. At the first sign of intrusion, one of them strikes a battered metal gong, its resonant clang reverberating throughout the cold stone halls. Beyond this guard post, the caves open into a cave of the blood altar. This large, ominous chamber houses a stone altar, its surface stained with the dark hues of dried blood, a testament to the nefarious activities that transpire within these walls. The scent of damp earth mingles with the large iron tang of blood, creating a pungent, unsettling aroma. Adjacent to the altar room, the crypt guards' lodgings can be found. Here the off-duty guards seek respite, their slumber disturbed only by the relentless tolling of the gong. Their lives steeped in darkness and danger offer little room for rest or relaxation. A vertical shaft, a stark contrast to the labyrinth paths, offers a swift connection to the world above. This unassuming cave hides the entrance to the nest and the roost, which are home to more terrifying creatures than the goblin guards. The Sentinel's crypt stand at the ready, as does the goblin crypt master, a figure of authority among the guard, loyal to King Thraktu, and in his possession is a pearl of substantial value, a symbol of his elevated status among the goblin ranks. King Thraktu's lair lies in the deepest recesses of the crypt, a terrifying goblin turned monstrous through some ingenious transformation. Thraktu and his leathery wings, razor-like claws, and sharp teeth is a figure of dread. His approach to combat is relentless, whether striking from the shadows with his claws or grappling and biting his foes when weakened. The origins of Thraktu's monstrous form remained a mystery that the players may seek to unravel. His master, be it a vampire, under Xenotherum, or a red wizard necromancer, looms larger over the proceedings, although Thraktu himself is unlikely to reveal their identity. Thraktu's crypt concludes with the treasury has a hoard of riches. Amid the pile of gold and silver, precious artifacts gleam: the great sword, the silver dagger, the brooch of shielding, all imbued with magic and mystery, a testament to the numerous victories of Thraktu. The treasure is a tantalizing prize for those brave enough to face the crypt's danger. Such is the tale of the Bloodsworn of Cormyr, a chilling saga of a goblin king's fall from grace and the dark forces that move beneath the world's surface. This story unfolds in the cold stone crypt, where courage is tested, mysteries are uncovered, and fortunes are made. So I always like trying to include goblins, and I even read a book series about improving goblins, so this one is really cool. I definitely am going to add this into my game, and if any of my players are watching this, watch out for Cormyr. But as always, everybody, if you like those adventures, leave it down in the comments. If you got a chance to try them, you know where to find them, and I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe.